What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the stream. If you're just tuning into the stream and everything, you can certainly sit back, ask me any questions you might have about the game or anything. You know, I've honestly surpassed real life years by now. I don't even know how far the game goes, if the game goes forever, or if it eventually just like ends or whatever. But who knows? We might even cover stuff. I'm really hoping we'll get a new CEO at some point again, and I could show you guys on cam what that's like. But I'm not sure when Darius Underwood's going to retire. I do have a video coming up where we'll talk about some things and some marketing stuff and some other tips I have figured out. But I will say, and I'll like totally spoil this for you. We lost the founder and co-founder of the company. They both retired. That was Weldon Fisher. No, sorry, Weldon Harris. Something Weldon. I'm so terrible with names. But Weldon basically retired, which was the co-founder, and then we lost our founder, Carson Jefferson, which that really sucked because I was like, does the game end once we lose that guy? No, it doesn't. You just pick somebody, and they're basically the new CEO. So that's something. We'll also cover a lot of the other stuff that I have in that. So mostly for this right here is any questions or you want to chat about the game or anything about the game I'll talk to you about. I play this game almost every day, and I'm always doing something. I'm always taking my time to expand. I've been getting into more detailed, like buildings and all. Specifically in this one, yeah, I know it looks really bad, and I noticed this. I noticed how bad it looked, like after I finished the offices, and it didn't dawn to me that it would look like this. This is not how it was supposed to look, but with the space and where we're at, it was just kind of destined to happen, I guess. But we'll let your imagination run rampant about what this looks like. But other than that, this is what I was going to decide as the new administration building, in which I would separate and build any high-end teams like the majority and the rest of the founder and co-founder teams. Your presidential team and any of your administrators would be here, along with several meeting rooms. I'd be really shocked if I had a team come from like across the campus all the way over here to this building just to have a meeting. I mean, it'd probably take like 5 hours for them to walk over here. That's a little bit of a problem. But on top of that and all, we're really just spending most of today, or at least most of this stream, building up this building. Because it used to be right here in like this little area, and I think that's where it's at on the video too, on the video I made. We're not over here. Jesus. But anyway, I just decided, I was like, you know what, I want to like build, challenge my creativity and see what I can come up with, because any office I've ever made in the game is just a square. And as we know, the exotic software building that's there, and I might mention this also in that video too, over here is kind of messed up. I'll say what about it is messed up. All right, so when atriums came out in the game, I don't know, I think they came out before the beta came out. Or so, I can't remember, but when atriums came out, I basically wanted to build a really nice building with a large atrium, because I was like, you know what, we're gonna hit C and we're gonna go in depth and we're gonna check out this atrium, and that didn't end up happening. In fact, that was a waste of time. Ah, shit, did we do this thing again? Anyway, so the issue I ran into with this atrium and all was the simple fact that a few weeks ago I decided to myself that I don't really like it and I wanted to consolidate the floors and make more space, add more teams, make the support teams bigger. And I realized that I couldn't do that because when I try to take these floors even from the top and add them in there, it affects how the building is and the supports of the building, which I was like, well, that's kind of dumb. And so then you end up here. I decided, you know what, I'm gonna make some showers. Well, look at this. Who's gonna take a shower? It's just kind of weird that we're gonna take a shower in what looks like an elevator shaft. I mean, that's insane how tall that is. But then I was like, well, that's rather unfortunate. So if I do an atrium, which everybody that's listed in this primary building here, as well as the rest of these floors, are moving. I mean, the majority of the first floor, basically the entire first floor, is nothing but a support team. Just one big giant support team. And so with that, nice of the dog to be awake. With that, I was going to make a completely new building, center it around in a different area over here. I thought to myself I'd build something like in the center and have it spider out in 5 different structures around the property, but that didn't end up happening. I was going to do something with this building right here. It's kind of just still there. We have these other buildings as well that we could do something with that I just kind of threw up to just kind of lay out how I felt like it should be designed. Not saying that it's totally a good position. We have just over $1 billion in the game, and what I need to do is get this founders thing going real good here, so that way all the people can have. Right now we have a big problem. This is literally like a war that I have on this game, is dealing with people that quit and new people that come on, because there is no button right now that basically says the leader assigns you a desk. That would be great if the leader could assign you a desk. Then I wouldn't have 100 plus people sitting in some other office affecting my productivity all over the map. I mean, it is the most annoying, the most repetitive thing I have ever dealt with being in this big save. And some of the achievements I have, only 0.6% of the player base has unlocked them. I don't know how many people play the game, but it really takes a lot of time and effort to get anywhere. And ultimately, when I started playing, I was like Alpha 5, and they had 9 alphas. Either that was Alpha 4. That was a huge pain because any alpha update that came out, your save was basically rendered useless. And no matter how far you got, that was basically it. You just got to restart. And I will admit that in the beta series, the getting started in the game is definitely a lot harder than what it was. Gosh, 2 years ago, you can make like a virus software, release it in any quality, and you're basically a trillionaire with billions of fans. And just like that, you just beat the game just like that. I mean, I've never beaten the game. That's the purpose of this save. I have to buy out all of my competitors, and even then, I don't even know what's going to happen. I don't know of anybody who's ever beaten the game, like, legitimately without using any types of mods. I have some furniture mods, but they're all broken nowadays. But I do use some computer mods to cut my costs, so I'm not spending $121 a month on these computers. So I'm not really sure how I want to go about this. I mean, the building itself is kind of dull looking. These are my leadership offices here. I was thinking about doing a break room on this one. I was going to add a small canteen as well. Not only will we add our leadership teams here, I think we'll do something else with that as well. I think we'll take this up a notch and throw in some super high valued coding teams that we could refer to as our elites, because with our series and my continued uploading of this game and the upcoming content, I'm trying to completely max out project management. And I would like project management to be a thing in every single item. But it's a little bit tough when, you know, uh, we got people like Carson Jefferson that sucked at project management. And then we put a new lady, Vern Decker. I cover this in the video. Vern Decker goes in there and, like, is a beast at it. Just totally no problems, no issues. Everything that my founder that I made, the founder I made, and gave him all these skills that he had, he couldn't hardly do the job. And she comes on there with less skills than what he had and experience and runs the show flawlessly. Better than what he could. Throw down a nice glass table because you know what? That looks absolutely, positively dumb. Should we use that as a break room or make that somebody else's office? I mean, as far as I see, they don't really care what their office looks like. Should we really keep things dull and boring? Oh man, so many decisions. Oh, jeez. This is like day 2 that I've been working on this building. Yeah, I don't know if that's probably too big for that room and all. So I guess we'll just turn that into another office then or so. Use the white variant. Throw on. We have all these rewards that I don't really care to use. I mean, personally, I should sit back and just sell them all. 50 grand. Oh, only 6 grand. Wow, that's crazy. 12,000, 50 grand. Okay. Maybe we just throw them all in a room. Call it good. If you're tuning in and everything, welcome to the stream. My name is Adarica. If you got any questions, be sure to ask me. I can answer them at least to the best of my knowledge and belief. I mean, God forbid we've only been playing the game for years. Yep, we could have seen that one coming from a mile away. We'd have to throw in some bookshelves so everybody likes their placement of things. Maybe we throw in a plant in the corner and make it look extra spicy. Not really too sure how I like that right there. We could break the game a little bit more, and and make everything different, and go in like first person, because I had no idea that was a thing up until like that day that I released a video that was a thing. I think that would look just lovely right there. And you know what? Oh yes. Yup, that looks about as dumb as ever. To throw ourselves a nice little light in the corner. They have different like versions of that? They don't. But we could probably make our own style for sure. Tell you what we will need. We will need to do all of the people that I will need. For those of you that see this, make it this far, everything in ES is tracked. At least all the leaders are tracked. I don't really care about employees. I mean, sometimes I promote within, but every leader is tracked, and certain people are hold different positions. They get paid more. I have found that if you pay somebody a lot more, then they tend to stay a lot longer. An example of this, our co-founder, which was Weldon Harrison. Okay, Harrison. We paid him about $312,000 a year, which in today's world and everything, that's really not a lot for the job that he had, but I guess it could be. And he was around for 40 years. Our average turnover rate is about 7 to 13 years. And if you go above that, congratulations. I should just extend your salary up. I was working with a salary guide for a little while, but then I decided to edit it because I realized that, all right, if I'm paying these guys about as much as you make at Walmart, which is like $14 an hour part-time, that came out to, let's see. So let's say this. So I decided I would pay an employee at minimum $20,800 a year, okay? And they would reach a maximum per year prior to becoming a mentor. We use a mentor as a elevated position since they're basically like trainers, being at $24,440. Okay, all right. If you became a mentor, you went up by about $3,000 per year to $27,000 a year, which we're getting up there. And so I realized, I was like, all right, now I'm gonna have to go through and change every employee to match this, this mark. And if I did that, it would rather use a percentage than a set freaking sign. I guess what I should totally do is just show you how this looks. It's so dumb. So we'll take the founders team for an example on this. Everybody's making around 37,000 minus this one person that's making $7,000. He must be new. But if we took everybody here and we said, all right, let's change your salary, it's going to take us, and we're still selecting one person there. We go down here. We have a percentage sign of a sum of all the salary requirements, which are $566,701, okay? And by increasing that up, they get 150% raise, which gives us an additional cost of $283,000. Like, I couldn't sit back. Nobody is exactly dead on the same right here. Everybody's completely different. I could not give everybody the exact same pay. And that's annoying. Because I was really I sat back for 4 hours while I was at the office prior to my new position. And I tried to do this, and I got really bored, really burned out of it very quickly. And I was like, yeah, that's not going to work, ever. That reminds me, what teams do we have? We're doing 6. Here I thought this building was going to be a 2-story building. And we have 4 here. But maybe at the end we'll do a break room on the end over there. We need to upgrade. We need to make another hallway. I can't imagine this room is going to be this big. I think we need to make another hallway and add bathrooms down that hallway. So that's 6. So we would have 3 over here, 3, and then 3 here. So that would be about our 6 people that we would need. On top of anybody we decide to put upstairs, is we definitely have all the required offices plus 3 more. So we can do an upstairs with meetings. Excuse me. Could take this little room right here, turn this into a stairway with a hallway here. That would, I don't know. Am I dumb? Decisions. Everything has a decision here. Oh, golly, dude, it's only 8 o'clock and I'm tired. It's insane. Absolutely insane. Alright, let's see here. How many people are in the founders team? These are all questions we have. We have 16 there. President has 24, which that one is where our current CEO is at. And we have 12 on the co-founders team. Okay, so merging them would give us over 30. But those are people we don't want to replace. They're just all people that'll just die off as time goes on. I definitely think we could definitely squeeze them in here. That's what we need. Okay, so how about we do it this way then? Alright, yeah, so okay, so it's a, you know, it's a little bit better going that way. You know, not as much as I would like, but I hate that the FPS is so wild. The bigger the company gets, the more we have this FPS lag. Oh yeah, look at that. If we do another gap right there, that's going to put us right there. Oh, I guess that's okay. Makes all the doors look off. That's crazy. Or I guess maybe that's just with the desk that we put down that we have that problem with. Now the real question is, what kind of monitors do we want to use? The problem I have with monitors in this game is I have several that are from one set that work out really well and keep people happy. This other set I have are these dual screens, but they run at the same cost as the other computers, if not flammable with electricity and these different, they basically don't do anything for them. Whereas with these, they add comfort, they give a room boost, you know, whole 9 yards, right? I think I would use these a lot more than anything. Problem is, previously, I guess it does still do it right there, huh? Yeah, I guess that's okay. It's gonna be a coding office. I would use 3 screens, but then they overlap. How far that sticks out, they would overlap right here in the middle. It looks really bad, actually. I'm really not a fan of how it looks, so. We can get away with using a big heater, heat the room. That gives us everything we could have ever wanted. Just a span of a few minutes. Also take a TV screen to increase room effectiveness. Put it above that. That gives us something there. Take our room construction materials, set it all to our favorite stuff. I'm gonna have to sit back and add all of these calculators now. Always gotta throw these down because people want to complain about too much noise in a room. I think we'll be okay there. We'll just throw those right there and should be okay. They can look at a bookshelf. I'm sure they would love to look at a bookshelf, if anything. Always got to make sure we put a fire alarm in here because, you know, Adarica likes to set things up and then somehow I failed a fire inspection every time they come over here. So then I'm like, all right, I get to it, set everything back up, and somehow we still fail it, and they're charging me like $1.5 million because, oh, we forgot a sprinkler? When has there ever been a fire? I have never seen the game have a fire ever. I just don't think it's set up for that yet. But we'll be there at some point. That's going to be great when I have to replace like 20,000 computers because 2 buildings burned down. It's going to be the wildest thing. Guess we probably should set up some lights in this room. Damn, I hate when that doesn't line up. If only we would have went out one more freaking block, we would have been pretty solid right there. That would have been nice. Would have been nice. We got our security office in here. We've got all this nice extravagant flooring going. I think we might as well just make this red and blue. Exactly how I have it. So it gives it some type of color. I used to sit back and decorate each like individual like office for the leaders because I was like, oh well, so and so is gonna want this, so and so is gonna want that, but it's really not the case. They really don't care. They just want to have their own office, and I like that a lot. That's what they want. Golly, we still have to get like. So basically, we'll just go in here and select all of these lovely offices. We'll take this and we'll just throw that on there. It's like this hallway again. I do kind of like the gray with the blue, though. The gray floor, I think we'll leave there. I mean, that's kind of like a neutral color, I feel like. Yeah, I mean, it looks okay. It isn't bad. I guess we could throw some pictures in there, though. Alright, next up, we need to do... I guess we won't sit back and say this will be an overly long stream. Huh. Just because I'm slowly working on this. That's raw. Well, that is a little unfortunate. We couldn't have selected any worse places to put those lights. All right, and we are back. Man, that took rather longer than I expected, but I'm curious. Is this the same size? I think we made all of these the same size. Yeah, well, look at that. We just completed two whole rooms in like 5 seconds. That's really nice, actually. Oh, yikes. There we go. So now comes the question, do I want to build a stairway going up? Which, if we're going to have a second floor, we could do an elevator or we could build some stairs, which would be something interesting. Or should we just... I think the only two teams I had over here were the founder and co-founder teams. I think that was actually it. So I think we can just put them over here, which neither of those teams have any leaders anymore. The only one is Darius Underwood. His team is something, but that's the president's team, and I want to say he's still up on that primary floor. Unless I'm totally thinking of somebody else. Yeah, so his team is basically still up here. Okay. Is there anything I could do to make this like room better? I guess if he's going to be the CEO and everything, well, okay. He is the CEO. We should probably make his office look extravagant or whatever, rather than that right there. So maybe for him, per se, we could definitely throw in a bunch of bathrooms over here or something and a stairway. But we could probably make this back room the CEO's office. What do I want? We also need to throw a server in here as well. Just because I feel like we need a... we used to have an IT server or whatever, and we like totally whiffed on that. So we'll throw in, we'll call this the CEO's office here, and we will actually throw in the full range of stuff there, whatever. For my interior, we're gonna go with that. We're gonna use the floor as well. Okay, so what color should we use the floor? Do we want it to be a dark color? Could be something like that. With that, I'm going to do a different room color around because, you know, he has to be totally different. So, go for, let's do that right there, actually. How about that? And so then if we take maybe a blue. I don't know, man. Does that look kind of bad? I'm not going to give him the same big setup of monitors. We'll only give him 3 because I think that's all I would ever want as a CEO is I only want 3. I don't need a giant set. This would also mirror what my current setup is I have 3 27s, like some amazing 27s there. We'll throw out some leadership documents there. For this, I think we'll use mostly bookcases all around. We'll have to throw in that. Do something like so. We'll take him and we'll slap him up against this way, maybe. I like that better because then I can take like some couches and like we can slide them in here. With like a nice plant in the corner. My favorite style of plant there. Could decorate a little bit with some paintings. Have it on a cat. We do like the nice computer look to it. And then let's see here. I'm gonna do an open floor lamp maybe off in the corner. I don't know if I like triangle hanging lamps. fire sprinkler, and then we need a heater. We slide in a heater in here, guys. I guess it's just going to go behind. I think those things are fairly noisy, too. No? Do something on that back wall as well. We definitely could. We definitely could. We just throw in a nice blue artistic piece. And voila! Look at that. The CEO's office. Now we can assign him. Darius Underwood. Okay, so what do we have here? So we have... How many chairs are in here? There's... Gotta count them all, like, individually. It is so raw. $31. The president's team will be allowed to have 31 people. Yep, 31. Lovely. So there should be 32 in there at that point. Founders and co-founders. What I've just realized though is that this room has no lights. Can you imagine me like copying a room and not putting lights in there? Crazy how that's a thing. Yeah, that's everything that we need right there. Let them go again. Let them fly through it all. See how things look on our side. I should tell you what, one of my goals is to build a team that is just nothing but porters. I don't even know how you make porting any faster. Porting just takes 10,000 years to do. CEO right there. I guess we could do something about that. I don't really know what else I would do about that. Is that a janitor right there? It is. We'll have to definitely assign one to this building through room groups. So, I guess if that is the case there, we would go select entire building. That only selects this building, right? Yes, yes it does. Okay, cool. And we'll call this, let's see here. I need to do room group. We'll do new group. We'll do, just basically call it admin first. Okay, go that. We'll add selected rooms there. There's 25 rooms there. Okay. So we'll go into manage staff, and in my case, I'll hire 3. We'll run those guys, and then we'll select these. Assign group to staff. We'll assign an admin first floor. I also need security, which, oh, there's 2 people on admin floor right there. We have any free security guards? I don't think we have any free security guards. So we'll hire 2 security officers that'll, let's see here, what shifts are we running on them? 12 to 8, 4 to 12? Oh, let's see, we can run 8 p.m. twice. I don't think people's ever like robbed me in the middle of the bum shit of nowhere. It's so hard to find a building around here. I don't think that's it at all. Where's that at? That's over there. Okay, so we don't need to go to that then. Oh, this is what we needed then. Look at all these people, man. They look like they hate their life. Like, I already give you guys, like, everything I could possibly give you. Everything that I could possibly give them. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream and all. If you have any questions or anything software Inc. related, be sure to let them in the chat. I will do my best to answer those questions as much as I can. Everything's yet so detailed. Oh, look at this guy. He looks super busy. That is so incredibly detailed. That's amazing. Okay, so I guess I'll speed things up here. Wait to see. I guess we could sit around and look at companies we could buy. We only own one company, and that's this one, Tundware. It almost went down. This company actually almost tanked, and I ended up giving it $25 million. And it's kind of grown. I guess I shouldn't sit back and lie. I gave it $100 million like 2 months ago in game or so. But I know there's an achievement that you need to be able to buy, like, in one physical year, buy 5 different companies. Or it might be 4. I don't know, whichever, but this year's a... see, that's a problem there. That's just an issue right there. 99 people, problems concentrating. Craziest thing. So what is this company? It was founded in 96. sales and balance. Its balance has consistently gone down over the last couple of years. Okay. It only loses about 2 million or so, 3 million in bills. Yeah, what do you have for sales? Sales also suck ass. That's pretty cool. That's cool. About 300,000. I almost wonder what they did wrong. And they specialize in that. What do they have for products? Oh, this is the company that does this? Made $44 million off one thing. Oh, wow, I already own. Well, guess what? Now we basically own part of the company. Great. So if this company closes, I'm just going to get all of their products since I'm the only investor on that. Which we could definitely save them. I could very well save them just by giving them some money. We could do the same. Same could be said about this one, but they only have one product, 21,000 fans. Well, they have an increase in their balance. Ooh. What do they specialize in? Oh, antivirus. Most expensive company on the board. Oh, it's me? I'm worth the most in the game? That's crazy. When did that happen? When did I get 10 million fans, for that matter? Like, no joke. I've never paid attention to that in the longest time. So I guess if that's the case, we might as well just, like, go for the biggest thing. Although they only have 7% listed. How many people are part of them? Are they going to make... Yeah, $34 million. 9 million probably works out. So Voop Productions is the other one. Okay, alright. We only had 37 there. Oh yeah, that's because this one wanted, an arm and a leg for you to buy it. Jesus. I can't even buy it. $119 billion. That's 119 million. Something like that. Digits are getting high. Give me all of his too. I talk about this in my upcoming software inc video and all. Like I have an upcoming one that's in my editing. I just gotta add subtitles to it. But ever since we lost Carson Jefferson and he retired, the founder of Exotic Software, I added this new developer, Verna Decker, to this, and she has honestly done a better job than what Carson has done. These were all the screw-ups that Carson had. And she has had no screw-ups, and she's released several new softwares. We're on Audio Tool 6, and she picked it up at 5. So I think that's really nice. I mean, God forbid, look at this. Mixed up some press pictures for Wave Studio 4 and lost 502 followers. The dude's a founder. How did we lose so much? Craziest, wackiest thing. Education. What could these people possibly want? Great. You know what? We support education around here at Exotic Software. I actually don't think we have anything that we're working on at all, actually. Everything that I've been working on right now, software-wise, is just updates to existing softwares. Space Town in Heaven, this fifth one, this has all been, this was a game that we ended up acquiring because of something or whatever. I think the company closed and I had the most shares of it, and so I acquired this game. And so being that way, I just decided, you know what? I'm just going to open this. Anything for accounting? Oh, you know what? We do have an accounting side of things, don't we? Oh, yes, we do. Ooh, and that's right. We did have that. We basically already lead this. Do I have a competitor that I would want to sit back and, like, hit really hard? I guess Lost Net Interactive would be the next one. He's the next biggest in terms of fans. Get a slice of that pie really quick. That'd be something there. Why don't we just go ahead and... Alright. What is their product that they're doing really good with? This one. It's called Army Craft Ultra. That is the one they're doing really good with. So we have to remember that they have basically 1.9, so 1,926,000. Okay, so Army Craft Ultra. Shut the front door, buckaroo. There ain't freaking anybody on this. This list sucks. How are they going to say that that's 27 right there? Against the servers. Okay, so it has to be a server-sided game then. Like an MMO, basically. So in our case, the only thing we could do is we could hit an operating system for Tiger. That's OneNote Digital, huh? Haven't really been making a lot off of that. Lily Hendricks. Our competition. Alright, yeah, you know what? Let's just like... What will that do with my heat? God damn, that took it up to 63.9%. That's crazy. So we went ahead and we hit OneNote Digital on their Tiger 4 lineup, which might have been a poor decision on our part, but holy cow, their active users went all the way down to 1,487. That is insane. That, like, killed off that software. So what's going to happen to me now? Are they going to come back and, like, knock me out? And a lot of bad reviews. Wow. I wonder if that's going to go back up. It is slowly going back up. That's just insane, though. All right. Well, I can sit back and tell you what, that hosting deals really don't, you just can't make a living off of it anymore. Well, I'm going to go ahead and call this here at everything. If you went on to like the stream and all, or maybe you're watching it later, you hit the like button, you subscribe, you turn on your notifications. I think I might just end up doing this stream more often because we can sit here and play the game real time. And if you've played the game before, then you know how quickly it becomes boring, but you really just kind of have to fight your way through the boredom because without it, you need money. And you really just kind of have to let the game play out to get money. So I think it's been a really interesting time. Uh, and like always, if you have any questions or anything about the game, you can always leave a comment. I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability. If you don't like my answer, or maybe you want to seek another opinion about something, Software Inc. does have a Discord server, which you could just look that up, official Software Inc. Discord server, and there should be an invite. I'm listed as a veteran in there as well, so you can also find me in that server too. But there's a bunch of people, the modders, the developers, and the veterans that are out there to help you out and figure out what's going on, give you the advice of what you can possibly do to move forward correctly.